So one of the product lines that we love here at Survival Gear BSO is wax canvas. One of the best wax canvas companies in the biz is Campcraft Outdoors. I have a couple of their items here. They sell a ton of stuff. We offer a ton of their products. Can't bring it all, but I wanted to feature some of this stuff. And this stuff is heavy duty waxed. I mean, you can hand this down for generations, to be honest. So this one's a Woodcraft Haversack here. Woodcraft Haversack comes with your strap, your back-to-back D-rings here so you can adjust it. Also has the back-to-back D-rings on the bottom for securing the flap. Once you open this up, it's got a large flap on the inside here. You can stick your map, books, things like that, things that you want to keep dry. Again, this is very heavily waxed canvas, so water is just going to bead right off of it. Got a small pocket in the front with a snap enclosure, maybe something like your fire kit or your compass. And then you have your main compartment here. It is just one large compartment, so you can fit, it's a nice little day hiking pack. A lot of students will use these at classes. They're carrying around their notebook, they're carrying around their water bottle, their pens, you know, things like that. So this is really a great product here. Everything they offer is great. Their haversacks, they've got about maybe 4 different models. I'm wearing one of them right now. We'll get into that one last. But they also do things like this one, for instance, is a buck saw bag. My buck saw there, and my windlass is still down in here. Plenty long. This is a pretty large buck saw, so it's plenty long. I still had a few inches of room left in here. And I make all sorts of different tote bags as well. I've probably had this one for, I don't know, 6 years. I put just about everything in here. When I go to shows, I do events, I put a bunch of different blades in here, fire kits, ferro rods, things like that. No holes in this thing whatsoever. Not even worn out. And like I said, I've had this for about a half dozen years. They do heavy duty zippers too, which is one of the things I love about Campcraft Outdoors. They don't skimp. They don't go on the crap stuff. They really do great work. You've got a little loop here as well, should you want to stick a carabiner on there, hang some more gear off of it. Oh, I want to do this one last. One of the things they make that, these are our top sellers from Campcraft. These are the pre-filter water bags. They are designed specifically for the Grail purifying water cartridges. This one's a small one, as you guys can see. This is specifically designed for the Ultra Press at 16.9 ounce unit from Grail. I've got the titanium version in here. And this one here is obviously the Geo Press. So basically what you have here, this is unwaxed, by the way. You have to have it unwaxed. You're gonna filter water through this. So you let this sit down in the water 4 or 5 minutes. These fibers are gonna expand, and you take your paracord here, your 550, tie it off to a tree limb or something. You pour your dirty, nasty, gritty water in there. This is, like I said, pre-filter. It's really gonna save the filters inside of the Grail from getting too clogged up. So it's gonna catch all that crap that's in here, and you just stick your outer sleeve right underneath here. It'll drip into there. Once you have this all this nasty sediment in there, all you have to do is turn it inside out, rinse it out. Now your water is ready to be pressed. We all know how Grails work. We've all seen them before. There's your filter on the bottom. This one, like I said, the Ultra Press 16.9 ounces. 8 seconds once there's water in there. Press down, unscrew, drink. No tablets, no drops, nothing like that. And one of the things I love that Jason with Campcraft really took into account was the width of this particular bag to be able to fit the GeoPress unit in it, because he also leaves enough room for a nesting cup. We do offer all of these products on our website at survivalgear.us. Even the co-branding they did between Grail and Pathfinder for the nesting cup there, and of course you got to have the lid for the cooking. We burn through more of these than you guys could imagine. We have a very difficult time keeping them in stock. Excellent product. As you can see, it doesn't take up much room at all. Now I want to talk about the Indy bag. Based off Indiana Jones, I would assume most of you out there have seen, especially my generation, Temple of Doom. He's carrying a bag almost identical to this. Absolutely love this thing. Same thing, back-to-back D-rings here, so this is adjustable. snap enclosures here and here, and you do have a little paracord loop that's sewn in right here. And you've got a few sleeves in here. This is snap enclosure as well, so you can fit, again, your map, a book, whatever it might be. 2 smaller sleeves in here, a larger one in the front, and it does come with the indie pouch. So this is supposed to be similar to the one from the movie where he kind of fills it up with sand and he's grabbing that little idol, golden idol, whatever, and he's trying to replace it. And that doesn't work out for him, and the big rock chases him, and you guys know how it goes, you've seen it. A few more items in here, all from Campcraft. In addition to the bucksaw bags, they do have two different sizes for your folding saw pouch. I believe this is a smaller one. Oh, and it has a nice loop on the back here as well. And I have my trusty Silky Gone Boy. Of course, got to have the Outback edition. The nickel infused teeth make them very, very strong. This is the utensil rolls. You use this for, you know, your little kitchen set. So I've got a few items in here. It's nice because this is meant, if we had a horizontal branch here, this is actually meant to flap over a tree. You fold it backwards, it'll hang on that branch. It's got snap enclosures here, so it hangs up nice and neat, not taking up much room. You've got about 4 sleeves in here for small spatula, pot holder, scrubber. I actually have a Sawyer Mini in here. They do a knife roll as well, which is really great to have. Now these are their fire kits. This is probably one of the most comprehensive fire kits that I've seen on the market. Now this is my own. I've got some odds and ends in here, some things I've used, some things I haven't. And this is what you'll get in this kit. This drawstring. You're gonna get some of their fire starters here. You do get a ferro rod with a striker, a little bit of paracord, piece of agate. That's their little fire kit here. Fresnel lens, so we can harness the power of the sun. Do have some char cloth in here, which is always nice to have. Very dried out cotton. There is a striker. Also got plenty of wax jute right here. I mean, you're gonna be able to start plenty of fires with this. You're not gonna use this whole thing in one fire. At least I hope you wouldn't. You got some tinder tubes in here as well. A handful of some fat wood blocks and some tinder. So you have a nice little bird's nest to get your gear going with, get your fire going with. Like I said, it's probably one of the more comprehensive kits I've seen out there on the market. This is all bushcraft stuff. You know, you're not seeing any big lighters in here. So this is all friction fire. Really great product from Campcraft Outdoors. Like I said, we're huge fans of them. We sell plenty of their products. So you can check these out on our website, survivalgear.us. We love Campcraft Outdoors. Thank you much, Mr. Jason Hunt.